Nice and charged. What's going on, YouTube? It's been 10,000 miles, well, over 10,000 miles since I last did an update on this car. I'm just getting a little dusty. She needs a good interior detail, I guess. Alright, well, it's been a hot minute. So, 10,000 miles. It's 94 degrees outside today. In good old Florida. Guess we'll talk about my car. Let me pull it out of my neighborhood here. Alright. Almost up to speed. Almost up to somewhere where I can pull some speed. 100% regenerated, and off we go. So, I've had the car now since 2020. I put 26,000 miles on it already. Oh, hold on, seatbelt time. So yeah, I put 26,000 miles on there, so I bought it with 141. Vehicle's been great. I've done one oil change on it because I drive a lot of EV. You know, I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, this charge. You know, I've done 9,000 miles on this is my last oil change. Apparently, I put 900 EV miles on it. I think every 1,000 EV miles it resets. Every 10,000 miles it resets back to 0 too. It's kind of hard to keep track of it the way I like to, but it's what it is. I like the meter showing me the consumption in kilowatts. That's interesting. And I need a return though. I failed. But yeah, 118 kilowatts consumed since then. It's kind of hard to gauge between like my actual car. I mean, my car generating electricity or my house giving it the electricity, since it doesn't keep track of that separately, which means if it would, but it doesn't. You know, I've been using the engine a lot more these last couple months. Before it used to be all kind of like local driving. Now it's not so much anymore. Car's been great though. I mean, on the highway, I do high 30s, usually 38, 39 miles to the gallon. City, doing 40s. So it's been great, you know. Car has given me zero issues. I finally fixed that TPMS sensor. I don't know if I did that in my last video, but I did fix replace the TPMS sensor, so that's good. Tires are new. Car's been good. Car's been great. Trying to think of anything I could talk about, you know. I feel like, you know, I mean, it's Florida, so it's really hard to figure out with the weather. But I've been doing less miles on my EV charges. So, the car's a 2017. It's 5 years old now. Technically 6 if you really count when it's actually sold. I think it's sold September of 2016, I mean. So, battery has a few years on it now. So, it's not as efficient as it used to be. Plus, I do charge it with a 240 volt charger. It's a 30 amp charger, so it does usually charge in 2 hours, which obviously, you know, charges faster, generates more heat, so it does put more strain on the battery. The battery has a bunch of fans in the back, so I hear them every time I plug it in, which is great. So Ford has ways of keeping the battery alive as long as possible, but I do use the car. I mean, I'll be honest, I usually, at least twice a day, I charge the car and use EV miles, so I'm not using the engine that much. Even this morning I went out. I mean, this is my second charge for the day right now, for example, you know. But no, the car's been great, you know. I really wish I could put a bigger battery in the trunk, just use up all the trunk space for a bigger battery, but I can't, so it's what it is. I mean, there's nothing really bad for me to say about this car, you know. I really love it, you know. I wish they made like one of these with a 100-mile range. That way I can use 100 miles of EV and then have the engine kick on. But they don't, so I'm stuck with my 15-20 miles. In the fall, winter, I mean, this is Florida again, we still have 80-degree weather. But when it's a little bit cooler, you know, and I have the AC off more, obviously I get more miles out of it. But days like today, where like I said, it's 94 degrees, you know, I'll be getting those, 15 miles of that, 15 to 18 miles of EV. It's what it is. I mean, again, I don't mind it. I love the car. I love what it does. So that light's red. Okay, let's change lanes. Hey, green light. Didn't have to completely stop. But yeah, it's been great. You guys have, I've had questions in the comments. Well, like everybody asked me any questions they have about these cars, because I'd be more than happy to answer them. And it'll probably make a really good video. There'll be information for people. With the gas prices now, I'm sure more and more consumers are looking for vehicles like these. I was actually thinking about the new Escape plug-in, but unfortunately, I feel like Ford quality has gone down a little bit. Like this car, I mean, and again, I have a dog. She's not very gentle, but this part's hard plastic, but this is soft to the touch. This is foam. This is soft to the touch. On the dash, this is all soft to the touch. It's not hard plastic. I drove the new Escape, and everything is cheap plastic. I mean, this has a little bit of give, but it's super flimsy on the new Escape. Also, the new Escape doesn't have cooled seats, which in Florida, which I'm turning that on right now, it's literally like heaven on earth. You gotta have it. It's just a no-brainer, especially if you're remote starting the car and trying to get into it in the middle of the day. Having those cool seats really helps. And I have to suit up a lot. So when you have a suit, you're wearing a button up and it's hot, it's 90 degrees outside, getting into your car and having the cool seats sucking the heat off of your suit is amazing. But those are that's my little update on the car. Again, that's the miles it's currently at. It's been doing doing great. Car's been maintenance free again for the most part. Just I've done like 1 or 2 oil changes, and yeah. Again, if you have any questions, hit me up, ask the questions away. I'd be more than glad to answer them. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and again, any questions to ask away so I can answer them for you. Thank you.